2020 reading. Aquarius, a lot of energy in Capricorn as we kickstart 2020. This is also eclipse season, so I think we're all anticipating the year to kick off with quite an effective impact. Aquarius, I think 2019 would have been quite the journey for you, and I think it's given you a lot of opportunities to be very true to yourself. I think a lot of this year has been about how certain things have felt, and I think whereas in the past you may have been a little more easier going with where relationships were going without them having a definitive path, but I think this year a lot of your boundaries may have been tested, and I think you have, come into a space now where a healthy connection, a healthy tie, a healthy bond, a healthy union is perhaps something that you're seeking, something that resonates with your soul more than, I think, what you've allowed previously. North Node in Gemini this year. 2020 is going to be big for communication and discovering oneself, where you almost allow yourself to get intimate with yourself in ways that you may not have before. So a time for profound understanding for you, Aquarius, and I think with this, true expression in your career path becomes more in focus with all this energy in Capricorn. I've got here for January the Knight of Swords. So I feel, Aquarius, this is definitely a card of air sign energy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. If this is how January is for you, I think you find yourself moving very quickly, pushed into a situation, very eager and ready to go. A lot of fast-paced energy, very forward moving, go, 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 go. Good thing about this is that yes, it is aggressive, but it's also assertive. And I think maybe use January as a period to use that Capricornian energy as well to be very mentally alert and mentally sharp. If this is to do with career, I would say that you've got a healthy appetite for whatever you're pursuing, and you seem very eager to do so. So it seems as if January really gives you the right kind of energy to kickstart the year. Be mindful of your communications also. As Venus goes into Aquarius, be very careful with love relationships as well. Don't snub perhaps what the other person wants to say or what the other person thinks or feels, etc. So yeah, really kicking off January with quite a impactful, forward-moving, real forward-paced, catch me if you can energy, Aquarius. We've got the other Cancer eclipse taking place on the 10th of July. Emotions might boil over at this point, but I do think it's worth bearing in mind that if you need to take a necessary stop to just calibrate with where you are in your heart and head, take the opportunity to do so. Really do. So we have a card for February. Okay, right, so I've got February and March here. For February, I have the Two of Cups. This is a new relationship. This is a bond, a partnership, a union, Aquarius. And since the card for March was the Queen of Swords, I think, Aquarius, this is a lot to do with a partnership. This is a joining of bonds. This is coming together. This is sharing your cup with someone and being quite happy to do so. Great time for meeting a soulmate if you're not already paired. If you are paired, I think this is quite a nice time to rejoice. February, of course, Valentine's Day also, so pay a little bit of extra attention to your partnerships, your bonds. Either way, I do think whoever you're with or will be with by February is going to be a significant soulmate partner. A lot of love to be shared this February, I feel, for you, Aquarius. Now, March, we have the Queen of Swords. Either this can be you coming to a new, almost like an upgrade in a situation, because at January you start with a lot of energy, fast-paced night energy, and by March you've progressed into Queen, so there's obviously some sort of evolution that takes part within the first 3 months of the year. This is also Pisces season, this is also full moon in Virgo, so I think you yourself will be compelled to really put a lot of your energy into yourself and be quite straightforward and quite mentally sharp and mentally alert. This seems to be the thing for me, the theme I'm getting for March. So really be on top of your game, I want to say, around March. Logistics, communication, be as true to your nature as you can be around that time. For April, I've got the Fool card. This is a card of a new beginning. I feel you're moving very quickly in January into perhaps a love situation by February. Queen of Swords really gives, whatever this Two of Cups is, gives you the opportunity to really be on true form with yourself. By April time, you're totally ready for a new beginning. This is a new start. This is you taking a risk, taking a chance to just jump off that cliff with the faith that the universe will catch you. And I think it's a good folly. It's a good time for joy. It's a good time to be risky. Use that Aries energy to push you through with all the confidence that you need. Definitely push you through with all the confidence that you need. Aquarius, I think I wanted to say that the 2020 so far seems to be very focused on your energy levels. So make sure that the energy is always where you are at this Queen of Swords level. So be really careful that you're not depleting yourself by all of this forward movement. There does seem to be some sort of new beginning by April. So just pace yourself a little bit, I want to say. Queen of Swords, you know, that's really sharp, alert, on point energy. So where is it that Aquarius, that you can maybe, before you get into Aries season, recalibrate with yourself a little bit and see how you're feeling and what you can do to maybe, you know, see how it is that you can express that Queen of Swords expression. Ah, lovely. Six of Cups for May. Taurus season, sentimental time. Earth season, sentimentality. This could be a time where you're seeing your position within a community get a lot stronger, seeing yourself within a group, within a role, within a purpose, beginning to make a lot more sense for you, Aquarius. May seems to be about you being surrounded by your nearest and dearest. So you might find yourself around that time being around friends, family. This is often associated to nostalgia as well. So perhaps spend a little bit more time with your family if you can at this point. Okay, I think all the cards have jumped out for you. So for June, Aquarius, I have the Knight of Cups. This is an invitation of love. This is somebody bringing forward a message of love, something that you might have been waiting to hear on. Knight of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be somebody that's been reaching out, trying to reach out, but somebody that manages to cross boundaries and borders with you, and in a positive way. This is like tickling your fancy. Could be in regards to this Two of Cups that we meet over in February. Otherwise, it's definitely, you know, I see the beginning 6 months of the year just being really emotionally led and quite empowering. Nice beginning so far. Knight of Cups for June. For July, I have the Seven of Pentacles. Aquarius, this is definitely a card of what you reap is what you sow. It seems as if you be yielding some sort of return in July. So if we are to consider that the year is really starting off with quite a lot of fast-paced movement. I would say use January to sow the seeds that you wish to see come to fruition by mid-year point. So July is definitely quite a fruitful time for you. The energy is there of abundance. It's of seeing returns, of gaining, gaining from the fruits of our labor. Very good month for you to receive, I think, but with this is also how much dedicated effort that you're putting in, and I think July is definitely going to be a time where the amount of effort that you put in is what you see out. For August, I have the Two of Swords. This could be a time of self-mastery. This is definitely a time where self-restraint, self-control is definitely needed. With the Seven of Pentacles right before it, I think you will see naturally by then how you are finding effective living, like maybe even cost-effective living. This to me looks like you are scrapping down to the bare minimum, really doing a lot of internal self-mastery, seeing what it is that you might need to change about yourself in regards to be more frugal even. Either way, don't let August be too serious. Try and get out of the head zone, and maybe, Oh, for September, I have the King of Pentacles. This could be a significant earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Either way, it looks like the process of July, August, September. July, August, September. You go from really working quite hard on something, being quite dedicated to it, to the Two of Swords, which is a lot of self-mastery, a lot of like internal work, to September, where you are the King of Pentacles. Looks like a lucrative time for you. Really, really lucrative. This is so nice. Card for October I have is the Four of Cups. So the one thing I want to say is sometimes when we're in all of our success, we forget to get grounded and actually be appreciative of where we are, especially when we've been working so hard on something and we've been doing the work, the self-work, self-mastery, etc. Don't come to a stage like a fellow air season where things can be quite indecisive and flighty, to look away from your blessings. So in October, my definite advice to you, and I remind you, Aquarius, is to say grace for everything you have and this journey that you're going through, which is obviously a fantastically emotionally rewarding, as well as a very self-gratifying year for you. Be very thankful to look at your opportunities. It's like that thing, if you are someone that is it has the nature of always looking for opportunities, you always seek opportunities. Or if you are somebody who is constantly like down in the dumps or really upset or really like unhappy about stuff, you will have the tendency then to be somebody who is down in the dumps or experiences kind of negative situations, etc. October, I think you might have a tendency of looking away from your blessings, but regardless, the opportunities, the universe is offering you opportunities that are still valid. So maybe take a look at that in October time. Come November, Eight of Wands. That's a lot of communication. That is communicating. That is messages coming forward. This is news. This is information. This is you hearing. Could be about, business prospects, money-making opportunities. Could be even in regards to love. I think finances in 2020 for you look really good. You really get an opportunity to see yourself in a situation financially that you haven't necessarily been in a while. I think Four of Cups, just remaining gratitude in 2020. This is a massive thing for you because I think you will definitely be given a lot to be grateful for. I just feel like you will be worked through the process, which is really Capricorn and Jupiter and Capricorn energy, isn't it? It's like, I must climb to the top of the hill and I must be this overachiever and all the rest of it. Anyway, come November, there has to be some sort of communication that comes in. It will be fast. It might prompt you to have to move direction, change some things, listen out for opportunities, hear things from foreign lands, potential of travel over distances also. Let's have a card for December. Communication. November. Expect some news to come in quite quickly from somewhere that you hadn't necessarily expected. Let's have a card for December. Yeah, okay, let's take you. December, I have the Judgment card, a decision-making point. So some sort of news comes in November. December, you have to decide. You make the final decision. What you decide to do is the best thing that is for you. I feel like this year leads you into a great turning point within your own growth, within your own identity, where you begin to see yourself in positions of finance and assertive authority that you may not have before. And a lot of new journeys are here for you, especially in love. The energy needs to be, you start off January really like going for it, come mid-year, slowing down, etc. Come October, completely kaput. But that's not to say that there isn't a lot of work that you're doing to achieve, the things that you want. December time is going to be a time of judgment for you because it's going to be all about you. It's going to be about you figuring out what's good for you and what directions you want to go in and what is the perfect fit for you, what is the perfect choice for you, what is the perfect decision for you, Aquarius. And also, it's around this time that Jupiter goes into Aquarius, okay? So you get a really fantastic opportunity at that point to decide what it is that you want, who it is you want, how it is that you want. Definitely a matter perhaps in regards to money management. Now, I was using the bottom of the deck card as a what is the year going to be about kind of thing, the overall theme. Four of Pentacles is money management. This is how you, what your relationship is with money, how you're dealing with money. Four of Pentacles for me is about holding on to things way too tightly to maintain a status quo, but not being adventurous or brave enough or courageous enough to break out of a loop so that you could perhaps, attain an extra pentacle. Like, it's the system that you've got going might need revising, and this could be what this decision is all about, like revising the processes that you have been using, and the processes that you have been going through up until now. And just, maybe in November you receive some sort of information, which means that you've got to decide on how your processes in regards to money are. Really nice year for you, Aquarius. Some really good pivotal moments, I think. And I think you've got a lot to look forward to. Have a beautiful year in 2020. Aquarius, and I shall chat to you guys again soon. Take care.